cannot believe how insane this child's influencer birthday party actually is. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. For years now, influencers have been throwing their own parties and inviting other influencers to come, and it's kind of a way to grow all of your brands together and market it as if it's like a party or a birthday party for yourself, so it looks a lot more chill. It's a proven tactic that has worked time and time again. However, that has been taken up a notch this week, as now child influencers are doing the same thing. Yes, you heard that right. Child influencer. What is happening to the world? Now, I don't think I've ever seen a child influencer party as mental as the one that an influencer called Lacey M has had. Now, I believe Lacey M is around 10 or 11 years old. Now, obviously, in this video, I'm not going to take the mick out of a child. Like, the child has done nothing wrong here. Like, they're a child, just, let them be. But I definitely want you to give your opinions on this entire situation, as later on in this video, you're going to see things that really kind of boil your blood a bit. Now, Lacey has over 1.7 million followers, okay, so I guess you could call her TikTok famous. Her bio says your favourite bestie and parent manage, so very clearly the parents have a huge say in what goes on here, managing their daughter's career, which again is kind of just a mental, it's definitely something that people either love or hate. I'm kind of more on the hate in terms of, I just kind of feel uncomfortable when there is a child influencer and it's, being pushed by their parents a lot of the time. When you're looking at these kids who are very famous on TikTok, I definitely think it's like a case-by-case basis, but it's always a red flag when they have PR collabs and then their email in the bio, because very clearly that says to me that the main point of doing this is so that they get sent stuff and so they get paid, not just because it's for fun. Now, a lot of people seem to call Lacey the Coco Chanel girl, and I was wondering, why is this like her thing? It's apparently because she blew up from singing the lyrics to this song wrong. She said Coco Chanel rather than put me in Chanel.
Reasons that you gotta Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel. What the hell just happened?
So you probably get the gist of it, right? It's just a kid, right? Just a kid just doing silly things, and I imagine other children being like, ha, that's meant that, do that again. And Lacey would do this constantly. I think loads of her TikToks are basically her singing this song and then falling off her chair.
You're gonna make me face. Bree says that you got it.
Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel.
Primetime telly this, I think the person that was in that video is Lacey's mother. So Lacey's mother does have an active, hand in being in the video making process and also on camera as well, which later on we're going to discuss in more detail to why that is, or why that could be. Now, after Lacey did blow up, I definitely think she tried to branch out into doing more personality-based content. She does do a lot of get ready with me's, which I do think is mental when you're 11. I guess it is harmless, but just the fact that an 11-year-old is doing a get ready with me on TikTok, I don't know if I'm just a granda here, but I'm is this not just a bit odd? They're not hurting anyone, but I just don't know. It feels like kids aren't being kids anymore. But go and play out, knock on somebody.
Come and get ready with me on the weekend! But first, let's see how my hair has turned out this morning. So yeah, let's see it. Hopefully it's good, fingers crossed, let's see. What the hell?
You can tell, the kid has clearly got a personality, I guess she has got the personality to be on camera, just very loud, got a lot of energy, a lot of makeup products behind her. How rich is this girl? Bloody hell. Imagine being 11 years old and having every single product in the world behind you at your fingertips, which again, I don't think is the positive that a lot of people probably think it is. But even just off these early clips, I am kind of thinking to myself, is this ethical? Obviously it's down to the parents to allow them to be on camera, and it's not down to me, or you. It's whoever's kid that is, they say what goes. Our opinion is really irrelevant to them, but I don't know, if this was me and it was my child, I definitely wouldn't want them to be on camera when they're 11 and portraying themselves as possibly something they're not, or bragging on the internet or trying to be an influencer. I wouldn't want that at all, but I know that everybody is different. Now, obviously, because Lacey is, I guess, successful at a young age, she has received a lot of hate. You often see people more kind of putting the hate towards her mother and her auntie, I believe, who are in control of, you know, the content she posts and basically marketing Lacey, which I do think is a fair place to label your criticism. But I have seen a few people like criticizing her, and I just think if you're an adult, you're sending hate to like a child. Like, I don't think your opinion is really that valid whatsoever, and we shouldn't listen to it. Like, why is you, as a fully grown adult, hating on an 11-year-old? It's strange. It's weird. I often think that at football matches, when you see like 50-year-old men like screaming at an 18-year-old on the pitch, it's like, mate, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing right now? Why are you sending hate to this teenager? How old are you? Don't you support this team? Sorry, that's just a side note. But one thing that definitely has driven a hell of a lot more hate is Lacey's birthday party for her 12th birthday that took place this week. And when I tell you, the contents of this is mental. So Lacey actually took to her TikTok to announce that she would be having a birthday party. Now, this wasn't just for her friends, or I guess for her like influencer friends, or her close family, as many 11-year-olds or 12-year-olds have. This was actually going to be a ticketed event that anybody could buy tickets to.
It's a birthday! It's a birthday! I'm a throw a party! It's a birthday! It's a birthday! I'm a throw a party! Besties! Guess who is throwing?
Love. Right? I think you're great, okay? I think you got a lot of personality, right? You can see why you've got the followers, but can we use my indoor voice just once, man? Just a little bit. Bloody overwhelmed over here, man. I've got sensory overload, love.
The party of the year! Woo! So, besties, I'm throwing my very own party! So, let's talk party.
Do you think she's having a party, guys? I'm unsure.
20 invites to some of your favourite influencers. But besties, don't worry if you haven't got your invite, because I am sending some more. So the venue is actually Box Park Liverpool. Besties, if you know Box Park, you know it's going to be a box party.
Bro, this kid is 11. What do you mean you're going to Box Park for your birthday party? Bro, what? For anybody that doesn't know what Box Park is, they're basically just like, what it says, they're a box that, you know, basically people just get really that. They're often at like the World Cup, they're really busy or something like that. There's restaurants in it and everything, and it's basically just a big party in a box. I also do find it wild that she's like, oh yeah, loads of your favourite influencers are coming. By the way, again, she's 11. Like, I can understand this from like, you know, a 20-year-old influencer plus, but an 11-year-old selling tickets to your birthday? What are we doing?
There's gonna be some special guests there. So the special guests are not getting revealed yet, so shh, keep them eyes peeled. One thing I can tell you is I have booked the best DJ in Liverpool. Dun, 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 dun. It is Chloe Calvina. Yeah, yes, I've just heard right. It is Chloe Calvina.
Why is the mother in the back kind of looking a little bit evil? You know, it's almost like we've got the Wizard of Oz in the background, and then, you know, the big, you know, show thing at the front. Not that she looks like it. I'm not trying to say that, but just the, you know, the metaphor behind it, guys.
To get a book, dances, entertainment, and all of that jazz. I am literally so excited. So besties, the tickets are actually launching Sunday at 6 p.m. Wow! And besties, the tickets are actually on skiddle.com. So if you just want to go and join the waiting list, then go over there and get them tickets.
Sorry, there's a waiting list for me to be able to buy tickets to this thing? Not me, by the way. I definitely won't be going here. Otherwise, I will be on some sort of register. Yeah, hopefully people aren't doing that, by the way. I've just thought of that. Like, genuinely, those horrific type of people could genuinely buy a ticket to this and not be vetted or anything. I don't believe there's like a vetting process to this. I didn't even think of that.
Now, I will put the link in my bio and on my story. And I literally can't wait to see all of my besties there, and I literally can't wait to party. And I will actually post some more info on another video.
One thing I do really hope from Lacey is that she actually enjoys these videos, because if this is actually her enjoying it, that's amazing, and, you know, she should keep doing this if this is genuinely what she enjoys. But I know with a lot of influencers that are older than Lacey, you know, they kind of have like a fake persona on camera, you know, like they're very high energy, and then as soon as the camera's off, they're like... And I really hope that it's not the case here, and this is not her playing a character, and this is genuinely just who she is. Now, you are probably wondering how much was a ticket to this party. Like, was it like 5 quid, 10 quid? Obviously, when you're 11 years old, you don't really have much, you know, kind of, you know, money just flying around. You know, you've got the mortgage and everything coming out, everything's tight, you know. Well, per person, each ticket was £38. Like, £38 to go to someone's birthday party. Can you imagine? Your mate's like, oh guys, I'm having a birthday party. Do you want to come? Oh yeah, where we're going? Oh, we're going to Box Park, but you have to give me 38 quid if you want to come. You know, just to obviously be in my presence, you know, get your aura up. Got paid. Right, that's the entry fee. Sorry about that. Probably should have mentioned on the door. I just can't believe that they're selling tickets to a birthday party, because obviously it's not a birthday party at this point. You know, it's a marketing event. It's a way for you to make money off your child's birthday. Like, the ethical kind of nature behind it, I don't know if I'm really a fan of. It's something that I couldn't do personally. Like, because I feel like I'm using my child's birthday as a way to get money in my bank account, you know? Also, where have you got the £38 per ticket price from? You know, like, yes, Box Park does do ticketed events, but often they're not that much. And you do get more things with them. Sometimes you can get beer tokens or whatever. I doubt an 11-year-old is getting a beer token. Hopefully not. Now, like Lacey did say, there was going to be DJs there. There was dancers there, which we're going to see. And there's also like a VIP section, which separates you from, you know, all of the peasants on the ground. Now, this took place on Sunday, the 1st of February, 2026 at Box Park in Liverpool. And it went from 4:30 till 9:30, and last entry was 6 p.m. Genuinely, this is crazy that this is for an 11-year-old. Now, people actually have left reviews, which is crazy, of the event on the website, which we're going to read later on in this video. But I feel like we need to learn a little bit more about it first. So one interesting thing that actually occurred before the party actually took place was when Lacey announced this, brands were actually trying to kind of jump on it and I guess use it as a marketing ploy so that they can create some brand awareness. Again, using a child's birthday party for this. A little bit strange. Like, there's this TikTok where Lacey goes, has anyone got any questions about my birthday party? Which I imagine there was loads. And there was a business which is run by Paige Louise. I think it's called P. Louise. I think it's like a cosmetic makeup brand. I think it's that. And she actually sent out like so much free stuff for Lacey's birthday party. I think it was something to do with the goodie bags, so everyone got one of these, I think. Unless you had to pay for them, which if anyone did go, let me know. That would be crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is weird from the brand side as well. And it does make me think, you know, when you're this age and you're getting all of these free things and everything's kind of, you know, on a silver plate for you, like, what does that do when you get older? Like, does that make you more spoiled when you're older? I guess we can't really see the results of, you know, kind of child influencers. I guess we have like child stars from Nickelodeon and all of that, and you see how some of them go on to do really well and so some of them not so. But obviously they have big, successful managements behind them and a lot of money behind them. The bad thing about child influencers is normally they only have their family in a small management company, so it does make me worry, like, in their development when they get older, if stuff like this has a lasting effect on them. I know we're deeping this too much, but you know on this channel, Donuts, that like I am very protective of when I see children online. Like, we've done so many videos on child influencers and people using their children for content, and you know my thoughts and feelings about it if you're an avid viewer of this channel. It does make me uncomfortable a lot of the time, and you know, I always just hope that the kids are put first before any monetary gain or any kind of celebrity status that, you know, anyone within the family can gain off this. Now, not only did P. Louise send these goodie bags, I believe she sponsored the whole event. Like, you can see the cake here. It's got P. Louise all over it. There's like big P. Louise banners as well. So very clearly this brand has used this because they know that it's a lot of free awareness. They probably didn't have to pay any money for this and they get millions of impressions. So it's almost like gold dust for this brand because it's free organic marketing. I'm talking about it now. It's getting even more viewership. It's very, very smart. But again, I don't know. If I had a brand, I don't think I would feel comfortable sponsoring an 11-year-old's birthday party. I don't know. I guess it's not that deep. Maybe I'm deeping it too much. I don't know. I'm probably getting in my own head about it. But it's just interesting because even Lacey in a TikTok comment is like tagging the account as well. So it's almost like a gifted post. Again, this is not a birthday party. Like, sorry, who gets their entire birthday party gifted to them and then charges people to come? Like, you didn't pay for any of this. You got it gifted, yet we have to pay? Crazy. What a world. Also, I do feel like I need to mention before we see the footage of the party, Lacey has worked with P. Louise before and they've did like a collab on something, and I find it really interesting because I think Lacey's mother actually was selling the collab on TikTok Shop. Like, it's got the commission paid. It's got the products attached to it. Which, again, are we doing this because it's fun for the child and it's what the child wants? Or are we doing this because it's putting a lot of money in our bank account? This is where the ethical side comes into it. And, you know, you kind of can make your own decision on it, or how you feel. Now, to the party. Lacey was actually counting down the days every single day, doing TikToks, getting people hyped for it. And now the day has finally came. And genuinely, I feel like it did live up to the expectations. So obviously we see all of the P. Louise goodie bags here, front and centre. Again, you know, just getting free impressions. Like, this is crazy. Genuinely, this is absolutely nuts. And you can see Lacey was wearing a big, like, princess dress, I think this is. Like, she's going full out for this. Again, like, 12th birthday, pretty wild. Now, how do you think Lacey actually arrived to her birthday? Do you think she got the bus or a limo? Or, you know, I don't even know, the train, or just got dropped off by her mum? No, she actually got dropped off in a McLaren. Bro, this is crazy. Is that a McLaren 570S? Bro, there's so many people! Sorry, you just know, like, this child is going to grow up with a lot of main character syndrome. I would. What, you telling me if my 12th birthday party looked like this, I'm not going to think I'm the main character on the earth? Of course I am. I've never seen anything like this. How many people are here? What are we doing? Are we just revving the car? Oh, okay. Like, again, I don't know if I'm just being like a Scrooge here, you know? Even though it's not Christmas, what am I going on about? But a fully grown woman just went to a 12-year-old and just kind of like... put a camera on her face. Has the world gone mad? I feel like I'm in The Walking Dead and I'm the only one that's like sane and alive. Like, why are we eating people? What are we doing here? Can we just stop? She's got security. Like, you can see, you know, the young lass Lacey, she seems really, really nice. And from the clips I've seen, she's like hugging a lot of her fans. Like, clearly she doesn't think she's better than people. Clearly she's a really lovely lass. But again, I'm not talking about Lacey. I'm talking about everybody around her who is creating this. There's like fully grown adults going up to her face and filming her. Bro, there's paparazzi. Like, actual paparazzi, not ones she's hired. Bro, genuinely, there's thousands of people here. We will see the exact figure later on, I believe. But there's thousands. Like, this is a birthday party. Christ, it's hard to get 10 people out for my birthday party. Lacey's got bloody over 1,000, man. I know who's got a better life. And the crowd goes mild. Lads, can we stop the mosh pits, please? As we see here, just some photos of them as well. She's like a celebrity, genuinely. Like, this is past influencer now. Like, it's made me talk about her. I didn't know anything about her prior to this. Look at him, man. It's like the bodyguard. I do really hope that, you know, her parents do keep her, like, feet on the ground as well. Because, again, I'm seeming really negative here, but I'm just trying to protect this girl. Like, when she gets older, eventually, it happens to every single influencer or creator. They're going to have a fall off, and you know, they're going to, you know, people aren't going to be as interested in them. Especially when you start young, because obviously you're developing all the time and changing all the time, and so are the people that watch you. I feel like it's easier when you're an adult to kind of, you know, kind of theorize that and kind of come to terms that that will happen one day. But it's impossible to do that when you're 11 or 12, because you're just going to think that this is your life forever, because this has been normal since you can probably remember. Why is there dance? What even is this? Is this Daft Punk? I have no idea what is going on here anymore. There's even like security here, man, like stewards. I got a football match. I think this is more like a concert, right? It's more like a tour than it is a birthday party. I'm trying to think what I did for my birthday. I think I just sat in the house and had a takeaway. I definitely do think this, you know, when I'm seeing this, you can clearly tell that this makes her really happy, which is a good thing. That's the main thing that I want for this girl, is that she is happy and she's not doing this because she feels like she needs to, because it's what her parents want and her parents are living through her rather than her living her dreams. So it is nice to see that, I will admit. But again, like for future birthdays, I hope she knows that, you know, it's not the amount of people that is at your birthday that makes it special. It's the people that are there. Like, I know I would rather have like 4 people who I really liked at my birthday party than 1,000 people who I didn't know. Now, what's even more mental is some of the influencers that are also children that turned up to this that we're going to see later. There has been a few people that have done their own videos as well of the event. It's just wild that people are at a birthday party for someone they don't even know. Like, the people look so young here. Like, these are children. And the top comment on this video is, it's so sad that kids can no longer be kids. And a part of me also thinks the same thing. Like, I guess it's kind of cool that, you know, for a night they can kind of dress up and stuff like that and like be more adult than they normally would be. But I really do hope that besides this, they are allowed to be children, because a lot of the kids that are here, they have their own kind of content. Like, and a lot of them have content with their mother. Like, this is one thing that this party is really exposed to me, is how many mother-daughter accounts there is, and they're also trying to replicate the success of Lacey. And a lot of the time it's like the parents putting their child at the forefront, but them both kind of benefiting off it. And again, I don't really feel that comfortable with that. Again, if the child wants that and the child asks to do it and it's for the benefit of the child's enjoyment, then fair enough, you do you. But when you're pushing your child on camera so that you both become famous and there's ulterior motives, I'm not that comfortable with it. And I don't know about you. I've said this many times with family channels as well. When the children are the main stars of the content, that's where it's uncomfortable. If the parents are vlogging and the child's, you know, the children are in the vlogs, I don't really have an issue with that, because you're just vlogging your family life. Like, of course your children are going to be in it. But when you're really pushing them as the main people because you know that you probably don't have enough charisma by yourself to become famous, it's a little bit off to me. Anyway, I'm just ranting at this point.
Tell me if you want it, fig one, my girl.
Bro, we've got children taking influencer pics. This is crazy. Children putting #gifted on their Instagram stories. I mean, that is a genuine child. This is only going to be the start of this as well. You know, as children actually start growing up with influencers as they are now, they're going to want to be them. Like, I heard that being a content creator is the #1 desired job within schools, which I do think, again, is a little bit alarming, because obviously, I know it sounds rich coming from me, but not everybody can do this. Like, you know, you have to be very, very lucky. Some of the people that we have seen there are actually huge child influencers themselves, and I think they had their own security when they turned up at this.
Girls, you need to be quick. Just because we're going to get her inside.
Who is she, the president? You gotta be quick, girls, right? We need to get her inside. She's a child going to a birthday party. Chill out. It's not her birthday. The birthday will carry on without her. Just let her take photos with people that like to watch her videos. This is what worries me, because you're starting to put these children on a pedestal, and soon enough they might even believe it themselves.
We're going to take you straight down because Lacey's just on her way now.
There's security. Do you know what I think's funny as well? It's like some of the mothers, just the way that they're kind of going. You can see on some of their faces, they're like, very odd.
Okay, no worries. All right, thank you. Oh, go on, quickly, go. It's fine, Isla.
Thank you, baby. Gorgeous. What do you say? Thank you.
It is kind of wholesome when you see the little children, and the fact that this girl is, you know, taking photos, which she should do, you know. It would be very alarming if she thought she was better than these people. This is crazy.
Oh my God,
The little kids, like, you both look gorgeous. Oh, this makes us cry. This is so sad. I hope these kids are okay. I really hope they're happy. They seem really nice. Do you know, I'm definitely an old man. I know I'm unk status now because I'm looking at this and being like, why can't this child just enjoy this person's birthday party? Like, why has she got to take photos with loads of people? Obviously, it's because people want to, but I mean, you know, like, even her being in this position in the first place where she's famous at that age. This is one thing I do fear with these kids. Obviously, I know nothing about their channels or nothing, so I am just kind of theorising here. But I really do hope it's not the parents trying to live through the children. You often see that with lads in football. Dads will often, like, especially on the touchline, will shout at their kids, telling them to do better, do this, or just be very forceful with it just because they never could become a footballer. So they try and live through their children becoming one. And I really hope that that this isn't happening within the influencer space and mothers, you know, because they couldn't be an influencer, are trying to make their children one. Now, some people who were actually at the event have made TikTok saying that there was over 1,500 people at the event, which again is pretty crazy considering it's a birthday party. I don't even think I know that many people, or half that people. And obviously, you know, basically all of them were paying £38. So it's been kind of said that they've actually made £54,000 from the birthday party. Bearing in mind, you know, obviously on a birthday you get like a card with like a tenner in it. Very rarely does somebody give you £54,000 in a lump sum. Which again has got me thinking, like, is this entire event to celebrate, you know, your daughter's birthday? Or is it a way to go, alright, thank you very much, put that in my back pocket. That's Mykonos paid for this year. Thank you very much, guys. Taxman won't be seeing it. Cash in hand. And the more that I kind of learned from this event, the more I actually realised that this was just a networking event. It was not a birthday party. Like, there was other brands there shooting content and selling their products. Like, why is there a booth here for a brand?
Touchdown in Box Park for Lacey's birthday party. Can you believe we're going to Lacey's birthday party?
My head's
Coco
gone.
Chanel. It actually looks so good though. Like, P. Louise is here. Like, everyone's here now at the minute. So, well, not here, but like the brands who are here are here. It's just like P. Louise and Give Me that are here sponsoring it. But it's going to be huge, guys. This is our little Give Me bit. So Give Me's got this whole bit up here. And we've got...
It's like a convention. I'm just so shocked at this. Now, I did mention people had left reviews of their experience of the birthday party. As you do when you go to a birthday party, you just leave a review of it. Now, some people have said, my daughter had the best time. My daughter loved the event. Lovely event. Some people have disliked it though. 1 out of 5 stars from Lisa McVeigh. Overcrowded, security and staff rude. Lacey stayed away from the kids who had paid and stayed in the VIP with other influencers. The child influencers stayed away from the non-influencers. That's terrible. Even within children now, there's civil war. Again, I don't think this is down to Lacey whatsoever. I just think, you know, if her parents have sold tickets to 1,500 people, how is she meant to say hello to all of those people? She'd be there all night and she probably wouldn't get through everybody. But again, if I was a parent and I'd paid £38 to be at this event, surely you would expect to meet the person that you've paid for. I don't know. I can see it from both sides, but I just would never take my child to this sort of event anyway. I think the price of the tickets were a bit much. Not much entertainment for the kids, just a DJ and dancing kids. We're all just walking around or just sitting down. Couldn't get the food you want to be told the food stands had stopped serving for half hour. Lots of parents and kids leave very early. Now, loads of tabloids have also covered this birthday party, and some of the quotes from people that went to the party in these tabloids is hilarious. One parent wrote, "The worst experience my daughter's ever had. Disgusting treatment all round." So your daughter got trauma from this, and you paid for it. The event was an absolute shambles from start to finish. We left before the end as my daughter and her friend were really upset they never got the chance to meet Lacey. She was basically in the VIP area the whole time. Curse her! At her own birthday. Again, it's Lacey who's getting the brunt of this. Like, parents are saying, why is Lacey not talking to my child? Bearing in mind, like, it's not her fault. Like, she's not the one who set this event up. Why are you labelling your criticism towards her? She's a child. We waited in the queue for food for 30 minutes, got to the front, and Lacey's mum walked in front of us and put a big order in. So we were then told they weren't taking any more orders for the next 40 minutes. Lacey's mother again. How could she do such a thing? Lacey herself went on stage and was swearing, which is not very child friendly. It was all just a big money making scheme, and I wish I'd never bothered wasting my money on tickets. I mean, you do have to take some responsibility in my opinion if you did pay for this. I know that your child would have been begging you to go, but surely £38, you would know that this would be just such a money grab. I'm not trying to blame the people that did pay for this, but you do have to take some responsibility. Maybe it is just because I've seen so many events like this and I know the nature of some people that they will just take advantage of people for their money. But I just saw this a mile off that this was going to happen with this event. Now, I did actually go on TikTok to see if anybody was talking about this event, and so many people were, which was quite good because it kind of allowed me to think if my thoughts were in the right place with this, or if I was just completely off. And loads of people, I think, were on the wavelength that I was.
Have we all gone crazy or what? I'm just a 12-year-old's birthday party. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I'm sure a lot of you have actually. She's quite popular, bless her little while. Lovely little girl. She's 12 years of age, called Lacey. She had a birthday party and it looked like a club. It was absolutely ramo as well, which I just think is really unfair because there's kids there, like, come on. They're obviously a bit nervous. You know, they don't go out clubbing, do they? There's no need to invite that many people. But they sold tickets to this birthday party. I think there was like £40. I don't know. I think. But this little girl this 12-year-old girl, she doesn't know any of them people. You've done that party to make money. Her parents, her mother, and her auntie, they've done that to make money.
I have to agree. Especially when we go back to the announcement for the party and Lacey was like front and centre and the mum was behind. It's like she's almost making Lacey kind of, you know, say that this is a birthday party for me and you get to, you know, celebrate my birthday with me and, you know, you get to be right next to me. But really, the mother knows that this is all just for money. Because if it really was to, you know, invite the fans, you would do like a limited selection and you actually would have a proper waiting list and only a few people would be able to get in if you really wanted to do this for Lacey's fans. I just think it's a bit mad to kind of, you know, manipulate the audience through your child. It's quite deep when you think about it.
Because they're constantly exploiting her. They've done that to make money. That little girl doesn't know any of them people. She's having a birthday party with hundreds and hundreds of people that she doesn't know. I can't get my head around it. I just think it's absolute baffling.
Again, this is what I was saying earlier in this video. Like, she's going to expect this for every birthday now. And, you know, how are you meant to top this? And she's going to think that the only way to have a good time is have as many people around you as possible. But I imagine anybody that has been through any mental health things will know that, you know, you can be in a room full of people that you don't know or you do know, and you can feel very lonely. Because if the people aren't the people that you actually want to be there with, then it just doesn't matter. And I definitely just think it's shown a bad kind of message to your child, in my opinion.
Talk about this Lacey M's birthday party. I don't want to talk about the child again, but I have to talk about the scenario again because I don't understand what's going on. And I generally believe that P. Louise initiates some type of cult-like mentality amongst people because there is no way that people felt like it was normal that a child had an adult-focused birthday party, because that's what it was. Because you could just go online and purchase tickets. You could literally go online and purchase tickets. People with any sorts of history could have claimed that those kids taken a child with them so they didn't look weird.
It's so true though. Like, I know we mentioned it prior, but these people aren't getting vetted. You know, like they haven't had to have been part of, I don't know, a membership program or even like an email marketing list or just something that is kind of, you know, a close-knit community to prove that you are a fan of this person. Anybody who's anybody could have got a ticket to this event, which I do really worry about. I know there was security, but obviously you're not going to do a background check on these people.
Around thousands of people's children, hundreds of people's children. I don't know the amount of children or people that was in there. But there's a reason that clubs, bars, certain environments have age restrictions, age limits and certain things because of safeguarding to protect children. Yet some of you even went online and bought tickets for your kids to go and be in that type of nonsense. A brand marketing focused party, because that's what it was. P. Louise, it was for P. Louise and their branding. That's what that was. And that's what this little girl has currently been used to do. Be a lot of companies branding so they can bring in the children. Because let's face it, a lot of the things that these companies are selling, they're more child focused. Look at the packaging. Look at the branding. Look at the way it's advertised. I get it. Some adults are going to like it. But it's focused for children.
And that's so true, because the only person that really is getting exploited here, or allegedly exploited, is, you know, the child. Like, the brands are coming in and they don't have to pay anything, I don't think. They just get all of this free marketing from the child. The parents get to charge, you know, money, and they get the money from the child, and the child thinks that everybody's here because they want to, you know, celebrate their birthday. I don't want to get too deep into this because I'll start to get angry with it, but I just really wish there was more safeguarding for children online, because it doesn't just have to be with influencing, but children every single day are getting exploited online, and it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and no one's doing anything about it.
Didn't want to speak about it because it's a child, but you see the way those parents, that mum and that auntie, exploit that little Lacey girl, is actually sickening. Like, you see, once you see, no one should bully a child, But once you acknowledge your child is amassing a certain amount of hate, remove them from that space. Put her on a private account. If she loves social media that much, and if you hadn't exposed her to the need to crave the influence attention and to be exploited by these brands, like, come on now, who the hell is buying P. Louise as an adult? It would take a very niched adult to purchase those products.
I'm so happy that other people are like, seem to be as sane as what I am, or I feel I am. Maybe I'm not saying I don't think I ever have been. Ah, that was awful! Small part of me just died there, sorry guys. I think that's a really fascinating point that this woman brought up. Like, you know, if they're getting so much hate, take your child off it. They're 11 or 12, you know? Like, surely the money is not worth the trauma that your child is going to have, especially growing up. You're always going to overanalyze yourself because every comment has been like, oh, like, I don't like this about her, whatever. Like, you know, getting so much hate. She's going to grow up with a lot of insecurities unless she's like Superwoman and just doesn't have any insecurities, which I would find amazing. I just don't think a child should have to be exposed to this many people who don't know who they are when they're only 11. Oh, anyway, Donuts, I feel like I have rambled a little bit towards the end of this video. Apologies for that. I just feel very passionate about this topic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well, if you think that this is that bad or if it is just a wholesome thing and, you know, it was just a birthday party. Let me know your opinion. No opinion is wrong. As always, I love reading the comments. Watch another video from me here. This is on the toxic boy mum epidemic that has taken over TikTok and how boy mums are arguably a lot worse than the ones you've seen in this video. I'll see you over there. Bye bye.
Camkirkham, baby.